Today we are going to discuss the features of American Constitution. The American Constitution was adopted at Philadelphia Convention held in 1787. It came into force in 1789. It is the supreme law of the United States of America. It's a short constitution and contains only 7 articles. The Constitution's first few words clearly shows that the government of the United States exists to serve its citizens. The features of the American Constitution are as follows. First, Preamble. The sentence, "We the people of the United States," suggests that the ultimate authority rests with the people, not the government. It also defines the purpose of the Constitution to establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty. Second, 7 articles. The Constitution is divided into 7 articles, each addressing different aspects of government structure and power distribution. Let us view the articles. Article 1 establishes the legislative branch consisting of the House of Representatives and the Senate, outlines their powers and responsibilities. Article 2 establishes the executive branch, outlining the powers and duties of the President and Vice President. Article 3 establishes the judicial branch, outlining the powers and duties of the federal courts, including the Supreme Court. Article 4 addresses the relationship between states and the federal government, including the recognition of state laws and the process for admitting new states. Article 5 describes the process for amending the Constitution. Article 6 establishes the supremacy of the Constitution, federal laws, and treaties over state laws. Article 7 outlines the process for ratifying the Constitution. Third, rigidity. The American Constitution is rigid because amendment is a lengthy and a difficult process. It requires 2/3 majority of each House of Congress and also ratification by 3/4 of all the state legislatures. The rigidity is clear from the fact that during more than 200 years it has been in operations. Only 27 amendments have been made since its ratification. Fourth, Bill of Rights. The first 10 amendments to the Constitution guarantees fundamental rights and freedoms such as freedom of speech, religion, and the right to a fair trial. The rights of citizens are enforceable through the judiciary. These rights cannot be modified or suspended except by constitutional amendments. Fifth, federalism. The Constitution established a system of federalism where The powers of the central and state governments are clearly demarcated and described, as well as the powers that are shared between the two sets of government. The framers of the Constitution created this system due to several reasons. A. As a compromise between those who wanted the states to retain the majority of the country's political power and those who supported a strong national government. B. To provide the states retained authority over matters within their jurisdiction. C. To ensure a national government could provide military protection for the entire country. D. To enable the national government to create a unified economy between the states. Sixth, separation of powers. The Constitution separates the powers of the government into three branches: legislature, executive, and judiciary, to prevent the concentration of power in any single branch. For example, the president is elected directly by the people and cannot be removed by a no confidence before the expiry of his term of office. The president has a fixed tenure and is not a member of the Congress. Seventh, checks and balances. Apart from separation of powers, the Constitution established a system of checks and balances to check upon the powers of the other organs of government. For example, all appointments and treaties done by the President requires the approval of the Senate. The President has the power of veto over bills passed by the Congress. The Supreme Court can declare laws passed by the Congress and President as ultra vires if they are inconsistent with the provisions of the Constitution. Thus, each organ keeps a check on the actions of other branches of government. Eighth, Constitution Supreme. The Constitution is the fundamental law of the US federal system of government and a landmark document of the world. It defines the organs of the government and their jurisdictions and the basic rights of citizens. This Constitution was adopted at Philadelphia Convention held in 1787. It came into force on 1789. It's the shortest constitution and contains only 7 articles. Ninth, dual citizenship. The Constitution provides for dual citizenship for the people of United States. An American is a citizen of United States as well as of the state wherein he or she is domiciled. 10. Bicameral legislature. The legislature of United States consists of 2 houses. The lower house, the House of Representatives, with 435 members representing the nation, and the upper house, the Senate, 100, representing the federal units. 11th, spoils system. In this system, when a new president takes over the charge of administration, appoints afresh all important officials of federal government, that is, important positions or jobs are distributed among his party members without taking into account experience or talent of the men appointed. 12th, presidential system. The Constitution provides for the presidential type of government in United States. He is elected indirectly as per the Constitution, but in practice his election has become direct. He is elected for a fixed tenure of 4 years and cannot be removed except by procedure of impeachment before the expiry of his tenure.